one I made in the,
Sure,
the previous meeting.
Ahead.
The Legal Reform Department and the Office of the Parliamentary Counsel apologize for their absence, and I'm here representing them for the purpose of this first meeting.
Thank you. We want to, as acting chair for this meeting, I also want to indicate as the first sitting to nominate Minister Ed Bartlett as the chairman to be the chairman of this committee. So I'm moving for Minister Ed Bartlett to be the chairman of this committee. Okay?
Seconded, Chair.
Wonderful. Now, we are going to go through one or two other procedural matters. Firstly, to the quorum, that the quorum should be 4 chairman and 3 others. So for meetings, the quorum should be 4. Secondly, we are asking that the meetings, when we start to sit, it should be held virtually. If a hybrid, it could be hybrid, but we open it to allow for virtual meetings, especially for presentations to be made virtually for those persons who can't attend. Is that agreed? Yes, no, well, it's agreed.
So move for quorum of 4.
Right.
Inclusive of chair. So
right.
Move for hybrid virtual.
Right, wonderful. So at the opening, first of all, let me welcome members here. And then we are considering a few other procedural matters. We would like to invite a wide cross-section of persons to make their representation, their contributions in regards to the Integrity Commission Act, which was enacted in 2017 and is now due for review. I'm aware that when this Integrity Commission Act was passed, that there are many persons who felt that it could be perfected, it could be improved, and indeed, I recall, because I was a person who moved it in the House, I literally had to just go ahead and do it because there were lots of people who said that it needed improvements. So now is the opportunity for anyone who sees the need for improvement to make their representations for the improvement, to add or subtract. It has gone through a number of suggestions. You hear them in the press as to whether we should adjust section 53 and 56. This is their opportunity now to either to say there's no reason why it should be removed or that it should be removed, as the case may be. Fine? In making their presentations to the committee. What we plan to do, therefore, is to put in advertisement in the second and third week of January, inviting persons to make their presentations, to make contributions in writing, preferably, to the Clerk of the House of Parliament. But even from now, we're asking persons to start looking at the Integrity Commission Act. It's certainly on the website of the House of Parliament, so they can start to examine the Integrity Commission Act to see if there are any improvements, any concerns that they have in trying to formulate whatever contribution they want to make to the committee. In addition, we'll write as many organizations and associations and entities as possible, inviting them to examine the Integrity Commission Act. I will also ask the Legal Reform Department and Norman Manley Law School, Faculty of Law, to look at other Integrity Commission Acts, any act dealing with corruption, to see if there's any additional material that they may have that they would like to present to the committee, so we have the best practice as we review this act itself. So these are procedural matters that we hope to engage in, and we hope that sometime all the contributions should come in by the middle of February. We say February the 14th, which is a Friday, and thereafter the committee will have its first sitting to consider contributions. And probably the first contribution which may come is from the Integrity Commission, members of the Integrity Commission themselves, to make their presentation as to what changes, improvements, subtraction they would like to make to this particular piece of legislation. Okay, those are my comments, and if members have any comments, we can take them now, failing which we would just ask that the procedures be put forward. Any comments from anyone?
If there are no comments, may I ask for recommittal of
Sure.
apologies? Senator Peter Bunting has asked me to extend his apology.
On the apologies, recommittal, Senator Peter Bunting sends his apology. One of the things you see which we usually oversee or sometimes gets slipped up is the minutes. What we are going to do, Secretary, is to ask even these minutes that you send it to us at least a week before the meeting so that we can have a quick look at it. So when we get to the meeting, we can ask persons to just, pass them as soon after. Because we end up trying to put off, when you get to a meeting, you don't want to go through the minutes again. You really would just want to do it, matters arising from the minutes. So we're going to ask the Secretary for the previous committee on this to let us have the minutes at least a week or so before the actual meeting. If there are no other comments, is there anything else? I don't think. Sorry. We're going to ask for a motion for adjournment so that the Finance Committee can meet at this time.
Quick question, Chair. The soft copy of the ad that is to go out, would that,
Yes.
would that be able to be delivered to us before the end of this year?
I see no reason why not.
Just a soft copy?
Yes.
Yeah?
Even if not so by the beginning of next year, because we'd have a week into next year.
Right.
Sure.
We have to
Talking about the
also
actual
consider,
ad to put out,
well, we have to also consider the parliamentary staff. So when we close off today and we go, many of the parliamentary staff would be in the same mode of operation.
Okay.
So the first week of January wouldn't be bad because it allows us until the second week of January to
Sure.
send it off.
No, but if it's just sending it on the email, it can be done as soon as possible. Right. Right. All right. So we have the motion for adjournment. So moved, seconded. Okay. Thank you, members. Yeah.
Here is a special parenting message brought to you by the National Family Planning Board, 5 Sylvan Avenue, Kingston 5.
The way we treat our children